I have been to Canada for 5 years, and all I experience is there is nothing for me. I was never anything for anybody. My identity was never even got recognized by anybody. So when I got here and people were listening to me, they welcomed me, they appreciated talking to me, they wanted to host and they wanted me to share my viewpoints with people. I got touched, I felt touched in my heart, okay, there are some people who thinks I have value in life, who thinks I am part of their family, who thinks that I mean something to somebody.
What is community, by definition or whatever, and then what are the pieces that really speak to bringing that to fruition? You can say community, but you're not going to have community unless you take certain actions.
The way that I looked at it from my Indigenous perspective, I compared it to a dream catcher. So when you make a dream catcher, each part is connected and it relies on each other to move forward. So once I looked at it from a two-eyed perspective, from a colonialistic approach, and added it to my Anishinaabe approach with the Dreamcatcher, then I totally understood what it meant by everyone every day and what this project meant about coming together.
We spend a lot of time, even in cities, thinking about how unique our neighborhoods are and how unique our cultures are. And actually, the human condition is universal. We all need each other.
The thing which inspires people is often just getting together and being together. But one thing which seems to be lacking is the tools to actually actively do that. We can look at things which we can all say, I wish that was here.
Look at eyeball.
Those things don't spontaneously just develop. How do you create the tools to facilitate those things to spontaneously or co-create those things with the community?
That's often being led by people who have more confidence, have more time, have more education. And actually the point of this is to make city building accessible to everyone. You have to give people the tools and the opportunities and allow them to get increasingly more confident in doing that. Otherwise, we're just perpetuating the same model.
There's no one word that can express what exactly this place means.
It's a little bit different than your typical community drop-in center.
It's not a coffee shop, it's not a library, it's not those things, but it's all of those things.
It gives me new purpose and also bring my little girl with me.
You can come and sit down and sit with a cup of tea and just watch what's going on around you. You can come in and participate. Say a quick hi and walk back out the door.
You can plant a new plant, sew yourself a new ribbon skirt.
Wherever you are at, that's what it's here for.
Doesn't matter your race, color, creed, or ability.
Closing down a street for the day is a good day.
It's really nice to see people come out and play games. I got kids. They had a great time. So, just family-friendly block party vibe is great.
This is a wonderful way to bring in allies and really get to know Gottingen Street and everyone around here in this community.
I think we're really missing that community spirit, and this is going to slowly start rolling it all together.
Perfect.
So good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Welcome everybody to this Festival of Everyone.
You've been around, you say you're from Crane Street, so you're just up the road.
Just the next street up.
Can you talk a bit about how this place has changed?
A lot. It changed too much.
I remember this neighborhood before all this development started happening.
There's a very rich African Nova Scotian history.
I'm from a community just down the street, and
this stretch of Gottingen is obviously a really important place for a lot of people, including
Robert Sparks from Halifax, Nova Scotia, born on Curtin Street.
Gentrification in the North End and what it has felt like for particularly the African Nova Scotian community that's lived here.
In my life, I thought I would never see any condos here on Gottingen Street. It used to be our, black neighborhood, and businesses around here are mostly owned by black people, right? But now they want to fucking try to get us all out of here.
To have places and spaces taken away and to see that right before your very eyes, and then these processes of building collective ownership, building things in your neighborhood that are coming from you, they're built by you, you see them every day, they're foregathering, they're really creating this sense of this is mine, this is ours.
Words are words, and listen, if you're from our communities, we always hear words. There's always lots of words, but never any real action. And this is real action.
I'm not a big reconciliation guy without truth, so truth first, of course.
How do we take, truth and reconciliation and make it action?
So it's not just what the university puts out that you have to say before every presentation or public event,
Truth is understanding and knowing and learning about what happened in the past.
Truths that can make us uncomfortable about Canada's dark history and the legacy of colonialism. It was a cultural genocide as they tried to get the Indian out of the child.
We cannot hold you accountable for what your ancestors did, but we can look towards you for reconciling the actions that happened by the ancestors so that they don't happen again. And how do you do that? You learn about it.
If we want to truly surface it, acknowledge it, and then kind of move forward after we've acknowledged the real truth of what's happened.
Education got us into this mess, and education will get us out. You just may not feel like you want to be around people, so then you're out of balance again. So what's happening is you're doing this, right? And you're not balanced out, and one will affect the other. So the idea of your
If I'm getting out or coming in, and if somebody stops by and asks me, what is this place, I will say, go and explore. You will find home and peace and satisfaction.
It's the first time I've been here, and it's felt like a meeting place, a real meeting place to find out who I am in community and who I could be in community. We are a community. That's where my interest is. And I appreciate these very intimate, open, anything goes kinds of opportunities. It's been a real blessing, so thank you.
Well, thank you.
I feel honored and blessed to be part of the neighborhood that it exists in.
Relationality, connection, commitment, outpouring of love of this neighborhood.
It takes that time to build that relationship, to build the trust, and for people to see that we're here to stay, that we're just not here for the season.
Next Saturday we are having a picnic, so from here we go out in the commons.
They had walked in having not known which end of the hammer to use as the tool, and saying, I can do that now, I can do anything.
It's belonging, it's ownership. So when these are outside and the people who built them walk past and be like, oh, I did that.
We get to make some of these ideas we talk about a lot super tangible and actually give people the power to change the world around them.
This is why I love this One Every Day, because it brings community together. It's not the Friendship Center there, the Black community over here, the Portuguese community, Italian community over there. It's all of us together in one space, no matter what our ancestry is, no matter what color our skin is, no matter what we do for a living, no matter how we live our lives. We come together as one. And this, enjoying a cup of tea together, to me is like, I'm there. Whenever you have a cup of tea, I'll be there.
Rhymes and someone else will show you graphic design. You may think, what a sweet hobby, or, oh, isn't this cute? But you don't understand what we've all been through. For so many of us to come together and share what we know, we took on everything that the world could throw. For language to be shared, children kept on speaking while scared. Even after Africville was raised bare, hope still managed to bloom brilliantly in the square. There are 1,000 different ways to get to where you need to go, and we invite you to stop by for a tea and say hello for a stitch and bitch, a jingle dance class, get that bike tuned up, learn that thing you've been putting off at last. This place is so bright and complex with 1,000 different talents. Please let us flex. We are proud of what we have to offer from our bodies and our hearts that keep these streets strong and from falling apart. Your neighbor's smile and your best friend's tunes. We really do hope we'll see you again soon, to share all of ourselves with each one of us, with our skills and our scars, knowing we're enough. We are excited to meet you, so please do come through. We grow love here in 1,000 different ways, every single one of us, every single day.
What is happening today? What are you doing? What are you making? Why are you here? What's going on?
Making nutrition. Nope, cut that.
For real.
Take two, okay.
Help build the structures, the ecosystem for all of this beauty, all of this magic to, keep kind of fluorescing together.
Okay, so your buddies.
Yeah.
Can I be your buddy?
Sure.
Yeah.
Welcome.
This is my first time here, but it will not be my last.
Dora's only lived here about 6 years, so she primarily grew up in the north, and Inuktitut's her first language.
It's quite an honor to be offered the front end of the seal instead of the back end. They offer you the back end, that's a sign.
When I found this group, it just gave me a whole new purpose.
The north end runs deep.
At Alter Ego, the guys there, they have fundamentally changed what it feels like to be in the neighborhood, and that has to be inclusive.
We're just doing a capoeira session. But are you here for Team Band? Well, come on in, yes.
I was thinking I remember you, yeah.
Hell yeah. Are you taking those home? Oh my goodness! I'm so happy for you.
Seeing people who go to my school, but I didn't know actually went to my school.
Kathy and I both go to school at the Mount together. We just met each other on the weekend actually through another program here.
Soy de México y estoy aquí y es una actividad muy bonita, hacer plantas y nos gustó el centro, está muy bonito el centro.
My daughter, we adopted her from Iqaluit when she was born.
And we want her to stay, you know, as close to her roots as possible. This was very educational. It's great to, you know, be part of the community and to have her somewhere where she'll be able to learn what it is to be Inuit.
I hope your section goes well.
Oh, we're just gonna have tea and a chit chat. So you can't go wrong with tea and a chit chat.
It's through the let's get together and bake a thing, but then the stories that come out of that are like a process of healing for people that, you know, I don't know, it's just surprising.
Well, if you don't have elders to go back to, how do you find your class?
You go to communities. The communities is when people say reserves, but our communities don't like the word reserve because that's where animals are kept. So I'm from the community of Batchewana. You know, the community of the Eskasoni, the community of Sabaganagati. That's where our people are.
I'd hope to see more non-Indigenous people come to these gatherings.
I've never dared to come in and meet anybody in the Black Friendship Center.
Okay.
You want to put this in some of that
Let it sit in there for a little more. I see the shapes.
It's a whole family affair.
Did you have fun helping other people do it?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to come back here again?
Yeah.
Awesome. Trixie, did you have fun? What was your favorite part of the day?
Playing Jenga.
Walking in here was like, oh wow. Honestly, I can't even, it was mind-blowing. That was mind-blowing, for sure.
I love to learn culture. I want to be part of a culture.
Sharing a piece of yourself with the people around you. And the hope is that, you know, down the road, they'll share something with everyone else.
I really can't say it any better than they say it themselves, where it's like everyone is welcome.
You don't judge nobody when you come in here, you know?
Come in, just experience it. It's very hard to describe. I've tried.
They welcome everybody, right? They welcome me.
That sense of belonging, it's that sense of cohesiveness, sense of family, trust.
Being in a place that you can call your own and contribute to and benefit from in the community.
Eventually I had that aha moment that said, now I understand it. And then from then on it was unstoppable.